we start with Jason Kelce's manscaping.
Did you guys just do this to get Beadle excited?
Barbie should not be nominated for anything.
She's pretend playing with Jason Kelce's nipples. I'm going to say
a titty twister.
Lamar Jackson, with the performance that he had, is now 2 games away from maybe the single greatest sports middle finger to ever be given in history.
I almost feel like we have to tackle it, not because I'm impressed, but because I feel weird about it.
Let's talk about CD's mom.
She's being talked about legitimately in a way that I've not heard before.
You're making up for your anti-Barbie take.
I don't want any of this to come off negative sounding. It's not hot.
You had me at Bob Seger.
What do you want? A sexy guy or an efficient guy?
He has a tiny bit of D-bag. There's like a little tiny sliver of something.
Whew, that was close. That was close.
That was a doozy. Do you think we got it right?
Yeah, because we almost had man boobs as the final story of the week. From Wondery, I'm Michelle Beadle.
And I am Peter Rosenberg.
And this is Over the Top. Here is how this show works. The best stories of the week in sports and pop culture, they face off. We're going to crown a champion and we're answering one simple question. What is the most undisputed important thing on planet Earth this week? We're going to decide it the only way we know how, using Royal Rumble rules. We start with 2 stories. We decide which one's more worthy to discuss and which one has to go. After 90 seconds, a new story will be introduced and we'll have to decide whether we want to keep talking about our current story or switch to the new one. We do not know the order of stories coming our way, but we do decide which ones get thrown over the top rope. Peter, what is first?
All right, let's tee up the first 2 big stories fighting it out in the ring tonight. All right, the Ravens advancing to the conference championship after cruising past CJ Stroud, DeMeco Ryans, and the Houston Texans. And they're up against a feisty competitor. The Chiefs defeating the Bills after Tyler Bass missed a 44-yard field goal wide right to tie it up in the 4th quarter. Are we talking Ravens or are we talking Chiefs? We should not be forced to choose between these two. Right? These two could be fighting out in the finals this week.
They really could be. This is almost art imitating life, or however way you want to word that. But you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to go with, I think, the obvious choice, because the Ravens took care of business as they were expected to and as they should have. That was probably the one game of the weekend that was to watch. So I'm sorry, Lamar.
Wait. Can I make an argument? Can I make an argument?
You can't. Okay, go ahead.
Let me make an argument for Lamar.
Really?
Yes. I will say this.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson, with the performance that he had and the season that he has had, is now 2 games away from maybe the single greatest sports middle finger to ever be given in history.
Yeah.
This is a dude who people didn't think should get paid the max. There are other teams who could have taken a shot at him. They didn't. Now, granted, maybe the Ravens would have never let him go. We won't know. Because no one even tried. And now the guy is going to be your MVP. And if he wins the Super Bowl and is Super Bowl MVP.
What are you doing? You're jinxing them. You're literally jinxing them right now.
I'm just saying he's 2 games away. It was very impressive. There was a lot of pressure on him to have a marquee playoff performance, something that has escaped him during his career, and he had it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but he's not done. I think that's what we're waiting on. It's getting over the hump. And look, I'm actually even okay with getting to the Super Bowl. I think that's still a bit of a middle finger. Maybe it's not as emphatic as what you're describing.
Yeah, it's more like,
but it's like,
So you're saying it's the difference between a hardcore middle finger.
Yeah. No, like the kind where, remember when you were a kid and you would make that little weird like thing?
Oh, I can't even do it. I can't even do that one. The hard. Yeah.
Edit that, guys. Okay, but that's what I'm saying is, like, I'm hoping that by going with this other topic, we can guarantee that we'll be speaking on Lamar next week.
Okay, but wait, hold on. We don't use curses and all these silly things to determine. Make an argument. Give me the sound argument for why the Chiefs win here.
Because I think that the current curse that just hangs over the city of Buffalo is something that needs to be discussed in sports a little bit more. We are sort of enthralled by the curses of the sports world, especially when they get broken. We thought that Dallas had gotten rid of their curse with Jimmy Johnson, and of course they had not. So they now have to go back to their origin story and figure out where this curse really started. I don't think enough time and effort and research has been put into why is Buffalo so cursed. Yes, because this was the year. This was the year that Kansas City actually looked vulnerable.
I know.
And this game was, it could have been theirs. And it wasn't just the kick that lost in the game. It was a completely just Stephon Diggs with a catch that you should have had on any given day, like using Damar Hamlin in a play that wasn't even necessary.
There's a lot. You know what? I'm with you. You. So long, Ravens, over the top. We'll see you next week. Hopefully you'll be on your way to Super Bowl. Let's stay here with the Chiefs and the Bills, because you're right. It's a fascinating game. And I got it so wrong with this Chiefs team. I really thought they were done. And I guess I just wanted them to be done. And now I realized they're like the opposite of done. They're a team that was just waiting for the playoffs to start. And now, like the last 2 weeks, they look like the Chiefs. Because here's the sneaky part of the story no one wants to talk about. This wasn't really a wide right situation. If Scott Norwood hits that field goal in the Super Bowl, they win the Super Bowl. Correct. In this game, if Bass hits it and ties the game, what's going to happen next? Mahomes is getting the ball back, marching down the field and winning the game. I mean, if you're really being honest, as great as Buffalo was in some ways in that game, I don't know how you felt, Beadle. I felt like they were holding on for dear life in the second half, and like the Chiefs were starting to pull away. It was just a matter of time. The Bills catch a huge break after that ill-fated, as you brought it up, the ill-fated Damar Hamlin fake punt. They then get the ball back on the ridiculous touchback rule and still don't take advantage. So it was Chiefs all day. In the end, it was going to be the Chiefs. And I got to just shut up and give them props. I do.
I will say this also, Buffalo fans. Maybe we stop giving free manual labor to the billionaire owners and let them figure out a way to get the snow out of the stadium. Because clearly the sports gods didn't care about your free labor, and they didn't reward you the way I thought they should have.
Hey, that was $20 an hour, okay?
You know what? I'll believe it when I see the checks. Show me a stub.
Great point by you.
A stub. All right, up next. After a rocky start, and that is fair, in LA, and tons of shade thrown all at James Harden in that trade, the Clippers are now arguably the hottest team in the NBA. Do we want to continue talking about that Chiefs-Bills game, or switch to the Clippers looking almost unstoppable?
Listen, I'm an NBA fan. You're a huge NBA gal.
Yeah.
So you might lean Clippers. I still think there's more to peel back here from the Chiefs doing what they did. We didn't even get to it being Patrick Mahomes' first road win in the playoffs. Yes.
Okay.
So I lean Chiefs here.
I actually do too, because it's only January.
I'm sorry.
And I'm not ready yet for this to anoint the Clippers the team, even though it's fun. And hopefully we get to talk about it come playoffs, because this will be a fun story. We're not there yet, Clippers. I'm waiting for the drama.
And we have so much time. So much time.
Over the top you go.
Over the top you go. Let's keep it right here with the Chiefs, because first of all, I feel bad for the Buffalo Bills fan who's been getting shown everywhere crying his poor little eyes out.
Now, can I say one thing about that, though? Because, in real time, I'm watching and they take that shot at the end of the game. Mm-hmm. And I've probably shed tears in the course of my sports fandom. That cry is a little much for me, Peter. It's almost funeral level crying of a loved one.
I agree. I know as a little kid in 1987, actually early 88, when I was 8 years old and the Redskins were down 10-0 to the Broncos in the Super Bowl. Yeah. I know that I did cry. It's a story in the family. I definitely cried.
I cried when I was 13. I think I was 13 and the Spurs lost to the Portland Trailblazers in the Western Conference Finals, and I was at my dad's company picnic in front of the TV and I was crying. But I was also like a child. I was not a child.
Like now, here's what I'll allow you to do as an adult when you're disappointed by your football team. And it is brutal. Bills fans definitely, it's in the conversation of worst in all sports. So I get it.
100%.
You are allowed to sulk for like a day or two.
Okay.
You're allowed to straight up sulk and be angry. Like I know it is a hard feeling to get over. Like when you really thought it was going to happen and then you realize it's done. So I feel you, dog. But yes, that was a bit much. But I got to give props to, man. Patrick Mahomes, everyone, including myself, well, he's never done it on the road before. And then you remember, I think it's still a 100-yard field. I think it's still grass. I think he's still got 87 out there. I think he's still got Pacheco. I think he's still got a genius named Andy Reid calling the plays. And they are still, dude, he started his career. This is going to be his sixth straight AFC championship. He's only done this. Mahomes has never done anything else in his career except be in the championship game.
That's all he knows. That's all he knows. It's his oxygen. And P.S., he still has an entire suite full of his loved ones. And it doesn't feel like you're out on an island of enemies only. It doesn't matter where Patrick Mahomes plays. Let's just drop that.
Although I need to say one thing.
Oh, dear.
I like Patrick Mahomes. He seems like a good dude. He has a tiny bit of D-bag. There's like a little tiny sliver of something.
Yeah, his brother has that, so it's in the genes, probably.
Well, exactly. They're related. Yeah. And you know what really reminded me yesterday?
Oh, no.
When they said that his foundation was called like the Little Mahomies Foundation. Am I not allowed to make fun of someone's foundation?
That sounds like something off of 30 Rock.
Dude, great call, Beadle. Great call. That is straight up Tracy Jordan's. Yes. That like the Little Mahomies is crazy. How did someone not step in and go, hey, see what you're doing there? Nah. Like,
wow.
Nah.
I don't even think that went over my head.
Oh yeah.
Now I can't focus.
Well, then you have Nance shouting it out. Hello, friends. Let's talk about the Little Mahomies Foundation. It happened in real life. The only thing that's more perfectly Jim Nance and CBS. Think about in the future how perfect this is. The promo on CBS for a show called So Help Me Todd.
No.
Yes, that is a real thing.
No, I know. I saw it. It's got what's his face in it.
And we're going to be watching clips one day, and like the kids are going to be like, there was a show called So Help Me Todd, and you're like, I guess so. It was a network thing. No one paid attention.
Yeah, it's what's Marcia Gay Harden's in it. That's no joke. No joke.
Entering the squared circle next. By the time this episode drops, Oscar noms will be out.
Okay.
Do we want to talk Chiefs?
Oh man.
Bills? Or do we want to move on to Oscar season?
Oh, I don't. Do we dare go 3?
No, we have. Let me tell you why we're going 3.
Okay.
I don't know if I've seen a new movie this year.
I've seen The Holdovers, but I don't think that's Oscar.
I want to see that.
Oscar movie? Yep, that's one. Okay.
I want to see that.
Oppenheimer.
I have not seen it. Oh, I saw Barbie. I just saw Barbie.
Barbie should not be nominated for anything, but America's
well, no,
weird.
the music was quite good. Don't knock the music for Barbie. That was pretty dope.
Look, I get why people want to love Barbie. I think it was a bit of a brainwashing. It had a chance to really be witty with sending a message, and I feel like it just hit you over the head with the message, and none of it was witty. That's all.
Fine. But you of all people, honestly, I would put you among the top feminists in my life, okay? I'm surprised that just even if you didn't like how they delivered the message, I'm surprised you didn't like what the message was that they were attempting to deliver.
But I know what the message is. That wasn't a new message. That's a message we live every day. I don't know. Did anybody learn anything from it? You know how hard it is to make Will Ferrell not funny? Do you know how hard that is? That took effort.
By the way, it's been done many times.
Shut your mouth, Peter Rosenberg.
I adore the man, but I saw kicking and screaming. I mean, there's
a time and a place for that movie. I'll argue it to the death.
What about the Kevin Hart one? What about Get Hard? Are you watching Get Hard?
I loved everything about it. It was realistic, and that's how you prepare for prison.
All right, sorry. We're not doing the Oscars.
No, Oscars, get out.
Over the top you go. Let's stay with the Chiefs. This is crazy. Now, I don't know if we're going to have it as another topic later in the show. I really don't know. Oh, no. They gave us a hint. There's a tease that we are going to get to Jason Kelce's man boobs. Yeah, the honkers, if you will. How do you
do boobs? Just go like, okay.
I don't like what you're doing. Not for Jason Kelce. Like if we were talking about something else, I would be like, ooh, Beadle. But not for, are you No, you know what? I'm not into it. Let's just stay with the football side of things. No. Beadle, for those listening to the podcast and not watching, she's pretend playing with Jason Kelce's nipples. I'm going to say
a titty twister.
It was too slow and sensual. So help me, Todd. It was too much. I'll tell you what though. I'm going to go ahead and sleep on the Chiefs again. All that talk about how much they impressed me.
What?
And I'm going to go ahead and pick the Ravens this week to get the job done in Baltimore.
You're insane.
Oh, you want to go up against me straight up? You want to bet?
Yes, I actually do. Because as much as I would love a change of scenery and a really great story and ending for Lamar Jackson, I'm not doing it. I'm not going against this Chiefs team. They won't die. They're cockroaches. They will not die.
They're now that team that we've seen before in other sports that like
Golden
every
State
year,
Warriors.
you're just like, no. I mean, yeah, I was in Boston when they won the championship. Every time you think and for the record, that is the comp, right? Like, I don't think we spend enough time talking about how Steph Curry and the Warriors are Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs and the timeline of dominance. It's all right there.
It's a beautiful thing. It's what movies and dreams are made of. All right. I don't know if we can go 4, but here we go. It involves Facebook. So, get your parents. After Dallas's latest playoff debacle last week, oh no, I do like this one. CeeDee Lamb's mom, told you, parents, took to Facebook and roasted Dak Prescott, saying, in all caps, Dak isn't it. And if you're worried that that's not enough of a message, I believe she went on in the comments to reiterate it with choice language. Do we continue talking about the Chiefs, the Bills, and everything that was? Or do you want to switch it over to CeeDee Lamb's mom?
Let's talk about CeeDee's mom,
So how do you even pretend we're not going to talk about CeeDee's mom?
Or as Dak is probably saying, CeeDee's nuts. You know what I'm saying? Hello.
Hey-o.
Over the top you go, Chiefs. We got to talk about CeeDee Lamb.
Man, they made it free, though.
Listen, I'm not on the Facebook anymore.
The Book of Faces, yep.
I'm not on the Book of Faces anymore, and I don't miss it. And this is why. It's parents gone wild.
It's amazing.
I just don't understand this. Okay, it's not just CeeDee Lamb's mom. It's Stephon Diggs' brother. Like, there's always someone. It's Lonzo Ball's dad.
Michael Parsons' brother. Dak Prescott's brother. It's
Patrick Mahomes' brother in a different way. It's just the worst. Like, how could anybody raise a child to be so successful and be so like short-sighted and silly themselves? Like, Dak isn't going anywhere. And now you're just making things wildly uncomfortable for you. By the way, your son who had a monster season, it was Dak throwing him the ball all year.
Yeah.
What did Dak do something in the playoffs? I don't blame Dak for that loss.
No, that was a team effort loss. And it's bad when Dak Prescott's brother is basically out there saying, yeah, I want my brother to get out of there too. He loves Dallas and he wants to bring a championship there, but the fans are crazy. So it is very toxic. And now you have Mike McCarthy staying as a lame duck coach with no extension in sight. Like, I love when the Cowboys are dysfunctional. This might be a new level.
Dak in the game that they lost to Green Bay. I mean, listen, the stats don't matter because the game was a blowout from jump. Yes, exactly. He had 2 picks, including one which was a pick 6, and that is brutal. However, that is not the sole. They could not stop the Packers.
Yeah, that's defense. Last time I checked, I think, right?
Aaron Jones. It's funny because the Packers just lost to the 49ers, and you may remember back in 2019-2020. The 49ers crushed the Packers in the playoffs, and Mostert went insane, had like 4 touchdowns. You remember that? Like, he just went off. That's
his moment in the sun.
That's exactly what Aaron Jones did to the Cowboys. He had 118 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's not Dak. No. Parents are the worst, dude. Parents just don't understand, honestly.
Ooh, that's catchy.
Thinking about writing a song about it. We'll see. Anyways, our final challenger of the half. Caitlyn Clark is on track to become the D1 women's scoring champion of all time. Dang. And has a shot of breaking Pistol Pete Maravich's all-time record. You want to stay on CeeDee Lamb's mom and parents being crazy, or move on to Caitlyn Clark's epic greatness?
I mean, look, we could probably do an entire show on social media, family craziness, but I don't know what else to say other than to say, family members, think about how this is going to end when you get your fingers out ready to type. It isn't going to go away. We're going to screen grab it and we're going to talk about it for days.
And there you have it, forever.
Yeah, forever. That's how it works. So I am sorry, everyone involved. Dak, CeeDee Lamb's mom, please show yourself out. Caitlyn Clark is a phenomenon. And look, we obviously, it's fresh in our minds because the lasting image that we have of the week is her flopping when coming into contact with a charging fan on the court. And we can get to that. But what she's doing as far as how she is being talked, this is how you know she's crossing lines. She's being talked about by people in this business who have never uttered a single syllable about anything in women's sports. And she's not just being talked about it. It's not being talked about as for a woman or in a women's sport. She's being talked about legitimately in a way that I have not heard before. And that's how I know something special is going on. And the fact that you just mentioned Pete Maravich, like that, we don't do that usually. We usually draw a very succinct line between men's and women's sports greatness. Her greatness goes beyond that.
It's a very interesting point you make. I mean, listen, honestly, I believe, when I say honestly, by the way, I'm being sarcastic. Right. Honestly, I think she's overrated. She's only averaging 31.7 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 steals a game. She's only leading the number 5 team in the country in 4 of 5 major categories. I mean, if that's what you think is good.
Yeah, what happened to 5 of 5 categories?
Yeah,
that's
what about blocks? Thanks, Caitlyn, for nothing. No, in all seriousness, I hadn't really thought about it, to be totally truthful. You're right. Her name is like starting to get thrown around in a way that you're like, this is different. Haven't quite seen this before.
Yeah, it's weird and I like it. But for the record, that was a flop. We can all agree,
It didn't count.
Yeah, it didn't count. But it's good practice.
So you know what? You're making up for your anti-Barbie take with your love of Caitlyn Clark. I was starting to
No, a good feminist doesn't just blindly defend all things woman. We still have to be honest to who we are.
You know what?
I don't trust people that do that, to be honest with you.
That was deep.
Thank you.
Just did.
I am profound. We're halfway through the show. I don't know how we got here. Right now, the most important topic of the day, rightfully so, Caitlyn Clark dominating not just her sport, but in sports in general. Right? Right. We'll be back. Welcome back to Over the Top, where only serious topics are what we handle here. Peter, our next challenger, please.
All right, let's tee it up. Our first topic of the second half. Oh, how apropos. The WWE Royal Rumble is going down this weekend on the Peacock, Saturday night. I'll be there in Tampa. Will you be on the cock watching? Do we want to talk about Caitlyn Clark or the Royal Rumble, baby? You know how I feel.
Look, as a good feminist, I could say that I love what Caitlyn Clark's doing, but I can also tell you that we probably have to change topics now. And I hope I don't lose my card as a result. So Caitlyn, show yourself out. I'm almost afraid to tell her to do that now that I've seen what she's capable of doing when hit by just a mere mortal fan. Goodbye. Peter, go ahead. First of all, what are you wearing?
So glad you asked. First of all, as of this moment, I'm too fat for anything, so I'll be starving myself until Saturday.
Fair.
Although realistically, I get to town Thursday. So, it's like one of those things where you're like, I'm not going to eat till I'm on air on Saturday. And then it's like, who wants to go to dinner Thursday night? And then it's out the window.
But protein, high protein.
High protein, low carb, hit the gym. Mm-hmm. But I don't know what I'm wearing yet, but I will tell you this. I love this event. If I wasn't working at it, I would be watching it at home. Mm-hmm. It's the one event on the WWE calendar, maybe even more than WrestleMania, that the lapsed fan still loves to watch. It's just such a good time. Obviously, a lot of people think Cody Rhodes will win. He won last year. No. A lot of people think your dear friend, current friend.
Yes, besties.
With no past, Phil
Zero
Brooks,
history.
CM Punk could
Is that
win.
possible? Do you think that's possible? Do you have any spoilers? Just tell me what you know.
Hold on. Okay. Just because I always wanted to work at WWE and I work there now does not mean that I won't just throw it all away to spoil it right here on Over the Top.
I know.
Just kidding. No one tells me anything anyway. So no, I have nothing. But I think CM Punk will be there in the final 3. I sort of think Cody wins back-to-back years.
Really?
The question will be, will we see a Rock this weekend?
Yes.
You think so?
100. I would bet money. Can I bet money on that somewhere?
So you realize that if the Royal Rumble's on Peacock Saturday night, so if The Rock comes back, it'll be The Rock on the cock.
I need you to stop saying cock.
Okay, I apologize.
Coming in hot. 49ers held on against the Packers. We've briefly mentioned it, to make it to the conference championships. It was one of the best games of the weekend. Do we want to continue talking about the Royal Rumble? Or do we want to switch to the Niners and their amazing quarterback? Peter.
You're being sarcastic, aren't you?
Look, he's not bad. Amazing, maybe not, but he gets the job done.
It's tough because our show is based on the Royal Rumble.
It is.
The entire format is based on this event, and we don't want to give it short shrift. Do we have a lot to say about Mr. Purdy and the Niners? I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, look, I think a lot of people were pulling for the Packers because there are so many levels to that story and how cool that would have been. But the Niners were supposed to win that game. And if anything, they've got a week to figure out why it was close to begin with. Because look, it might rain again on Sunday. So yeah, I don't have much to say other than shouldn't have been that close in the first place.
All right, Mr. Purdy. Hopefully you have Debo available this weekend. Now show yourself over the top and let's continue to talk about the Rumble Royale. It really is. I just want to say to anyone out there listening who does not still consume the WWE product, the Rumble is still as fun as when you were 8 years old. Just the format of it. It's why the show is created because it's a perfect format for fun.
It's ridiculous.
It's just so quick hitting. Every 2 minutes, music, boom, someone comes out, does their awesome thing. Then you get these random awesome combinations of people. By the way, you always have surprise entrants you're not expecting. In the Women's Rumble, I don't know, will the Bellas be back out of nowhere?
No.
I don't think so. Will Trinity, formerly known as Naomi, come back? Will Sasha Banks make her long-awaited return to the WWE?
I would love that.
And
Is
now,
that paperwork done? Yes, let's make it happen.
With the recent changes on top in WWE, you have the feeling that these major events are an opportunity for your good friends, Triple H and Nick Khan, to sort of show out and be like, this is the dawn of a new day. Royal Rumble, gigantic. So I do expect, I don't know if it's going to be The Rock. I don't know if it'll be Sasha Banks. I don't know if it'll be both. I don't know who else it will be. I don't know if they'll sign Okada, which would be crazy. There are a lot of things that are on the table to be out there. MJF, I doubt it. But I just have to imagine, given that since they took over, the amount of surprise that have happened, CM Punk coming back, I did not expect that. The Rock coming back, I did not expect that. I'd expect something to happen on Saturday night.
Yeah, I would say you were right because we're kind of spoiled and these big events almost demand something crazy happening. And usually we're not disappointed. So fingers crossed.
Let's celebrate by you revealing to us how well Nick Khan did for you as your agent when you got the deal at ESPN. You say a number on the count of 3. 1, 2,
I've
3,
only paid
go.
cash for my houses.
So he did well. All right, entering the ring next. Nikola Jokic has passed Michael Jordan on the all-time rankings for player efficiency rating. Oh, this is such a Beadle. You guys just did this.
Sexy.
Did you guys just do this to get Beadle excited?
Come on.
Making him the most efficient player in NBA history. Do we want to keep talking about the Royal Rumble or move on to Jokic's efficiency?
I almost feel like we have to tackle it, not because I'm impressed, but because I feel weird about it. Does that make sense to you, Peter?
Not particularly, but I'm listening.
I don't know how unsexy something can be, but on that level, this is out of this world unsexy. Michael Jordan, for my money, is the most exciting, flashy, beautiful player I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
To say that Jokic, and by the way, I love Jokic for the record, but to say he's more efficient, it's like, what do you want? A sexy guy or an efficient guy?
It's...
A sexy car or an efficient car?
Oh, you know what I love about what you've done here? What you're saying is this is supposed to be a positive, but it actually sort of plays like a negative.
Like he's an accountant. And I don't love it.
You know what? If you guys want to know why Nick Khan was able to get Michelle Beadle a contract for the hundreds of millions of dollars that he did.
Hundreds of millions.
It's because of takes like this. Because you're so right. It's supposed to be a good thing.
Yeah.
But like efficiency is cool. It actually is. Efficiency is a more positive trait than it sounds. It is important and really valuable. But it also sort of underscores that Jokic is so good, but his game is not overtly sexy. So yeah, the Royal Rumble's over the top rope. We got to keep talking about this efficiency for a moment.
Oh, I love you, Jokic. I don't want any of this to come off negative sounding. It's just, it's not hot. It's not hot.
No, and the thing is you get, it's sort of like a quality, like you were saying, of a person. Like, their intelligence is incredibly important.
So good.
But like, you don't just sit with your friends and go, met this guy. He's just like so smart.
Yes, you do.
He went to business school. I mean, like you say it, you're like, you went to business school. Like it's cool. But you don't, when you get into the sexy moment, you're not talking about like, And that's what this is. It's an MBA. It's not, you know what I mean? What we want to hear is, we want to know your man has a huge schlong, not that he has a degree in some sort of post-collegiate program. Whatever. Tell us how big it is.
Right? I'm sure Jokic is fine in that department. I
didn't mean it like that, but you see what I'm saying. The efficiency stat is being like, listen.
It's like a car. It's a car. Put it in those terms. If you're looking for cars, and I get it, a lot of people look for efficient cars, but that's not what gets you going. That's not what gets your blood hot. I want a hot car. I want a sexy car. I want a fast car.
Oh yeah. So you meet a girl at the club, you don't go up to her and be like, yo, baby, you see that Prius in front? It's all me. I'm Mr. Efficient, babe. Call me Nikola Jokic. I'm efficient as it gets. I'll get you home safe.
If it was anyone else in this league, it'd probably be like, oh, but because it's Jokic, it almost makes it funny and endearing. I'm not going to lie.
And by the way, it is also ridiculous. The guy does do like sexy things on the court.
He does. And that's why this list is weird. It's like, but he's better than that.
And also, let's be real. All of the conversations about like these big white players are always loaded with like these racial things that are built in. They're not really that athletic. It's just that he works hard. I'm like, no, he's actually the greatest athlete anyone he's ever met has ever known in their life. The man literally just throws the basketball over. What? Because he's big and slow? He's a sick freak. I was a huge Larry Bird fan. He works so hard. I'm like, he's a pretty good athlete too, guys.
You know why? The muscle definition with him, we don't see it. And so
I will
we just
say,
assume he's not athletic.
Fair point. Beyond the race, there is a step further when it comes to, because the race thing is real. But you're right. The lack of muscle definition on a basketball player.
Trickery. All right, next challenger is heinous. Nick Dunlap became the first amateur to win a PGA Tour event since 1991. However, he was forced to forfeit the $1.5 million prize since technically he ain't a pro yet. Do we want to continue talking about Jokic and his sexy efficiency, or switch over to this dude getting ripped off by 1.5 mil?
Wow. I totally missed this story, by the way, all weekend. I don't know if you know. Golf wasn't top of mind on Saturday and Sunday. It was a tough weekend
to compete with football golf.
It was tough weekend. But that is crazy. I still don't care, though. I think I'd rather talk Jokic.
How is this even possible? I'm sorry. Here's why I care. It's not that I care necessarily about this kid, because let's be honest, he's going to be just fine, no matter where he plays golf next, for whom, what entity, he's going to be a gazillionaire. But then I took it personally, Peter, because I started thinking that could happen to us.
Hold on, I want to hear this. Nicola, show yourself over the top. You're gone. Go ahead. I'm listening.
This story hit me hard because of the injustice that comes along with it. Not just that he was basically told,
I love a good golf injustice story.
Yes, this is a group of people that are constantly being kept down. They're oppressed.
I know.
And I think it's time we fight the good fight.
It's about time. It's about, that's how you know me and Beadle are true social justice warriors. Willing to tackle the issues that other people aren't, like oppression in golf.
Who speaks for Dunlap?
Who speaks for Dunlap? That's a good point. Go ahead.
But it wasn't even, it's like, okay, fine, they have these dumb rules. Although I'll be honest with you, in this day and age with NIL and whatnot, you could make the argument that the lines between amateur and professional are very blurred. If this was like, oh, he didn't get the $20,000 prize, okay, I could probably overlook that. He'll get it in some other way. But $1.5 million and some change, mind you, they just say, nope, sorry. And to add insult to injury, it's not just that the money poofs into air. It goes to the dude who finished in second.
Nah, fam. That is a big solid. That is today's official nah, fam moment of the day.
Thank you. I knew you'd see it my way. Wait, do you have a sound effect? What are you doing?
Where's my bomb? Hold on, hit the bomb for this. That is wrong. That is nah, fam. No. That's crazy. So a pro ends up getting it?
Yes, it trickles down. So it goes second, then everybody that finished 3, 4, 5, they get a bigger pot. I think it's bullshit. I'll be honest with you.
Wow.
It's bullshit. I'm mad. 1.5 is nothing to scoff at. That's a big deal.
You're steaming.
I'm steaming. This is as mad as I've been today, and
This reminds me of the time I remember back in the day in the early '90s when I first started watching golf. There was a young player who could drive the ball. Some said 400 yards, and he was trained. He was trained by a former golfer who had tragically lost his hand in an incident on the golf course. A great former golfer who broke color lines. He was incredible. A guy named Chubbs Peterson. He was the coach.
I forget, yeah.
And the player, I remember the first time he won a tournament, I thought he was going to get paid. And they said, no, now you just earned your way on to the tour. But then the second he gets on the tour, he starts getting hounded by one of the great professionals at the time, Shooter McGavin.
One of the best.
Well, yeah, one of the best, but a real jerk. And so I relate to this story is what I'm saying. We've seen this time and time again. It's a great point by you.
I don't know that Dunlap recovers. I really don't. And to think back, what if it's all downhill for him from here on out? And all he can remember when he's 45 years old and he never made it in the tour.
That would be sad.
1.5 he didn't get. It's bullshit.
That would be truly tragic. And I wish John Daly was involved in the story so we can make a joke about his belly Dunlapped over. You know what I'm saying?
All I think of John Daly's is, I'll tell you after.
All right. You're going to be shocked that this topic made the show. You won't believe it. Not on this show. Not on this show are we going to talk about the family booth at a Chiefs game. We don't talk about that.
No.
Oh, yes, we do.
They have those?
Yeah, apparently so. Jason Kelce, the brother of Travis Kelce, the future brother-in-law of Tay Swift.
How dare you jump ahead.
He was shotgunning beers in the parking lot with the Bills Mafia pregame. He shared a box with Taylor Swift. They were cheering on Travis Kelce and company. Then he went full Hulkster, tore his shirt off, jumped into the stands, and was shown flexing with the fans. Do we want to talk about Dunlap syndrome, or do we want to talk about Jason Kelce, brother?
You know what? I love me some Jason Kelce. I don't know what else to say. I think their brotherly love is adorable, and I don't have negative things to say about it.
So does that mean you want to keep talking Dunlap?
No, I don't think I want to talk about him either, because I think when we check back in with Dunlap a year from now and he's gone pro, I think that 1.5 is going to look like pocket change to him. So he'll be fine.
He can Dunlap his way over the top.
You needed to get it in. And you know what? I appreciate that. I respect you. It's like, can we start with Jason Kelce's manscaping or lack thereof? Because I don't have that situation.
Bring the picture back and I'll tell you. If I can look at it again, I'll tell you how much work was being done.
Natural or groomed?
That's a really good question. I think that's au naturel. Wow. But at the same time, there's that big spot in the middle and then it kind of thins out underneath where like it makes me think maybe he started doing some, got carried away, messed. It's almost like he has a big W of skin in the middle if you really look at it.
It's like a mini bulletproof vest.
Yeah, I can't call it. I can't call it. But I will say, how do I say this in a way that doesn't, he has a kind of nice body for a large man. Does that make sense? It's like nicely put together.
I'm listening. Are you talking about proportions? What are we talking about?
Yeah, just everything. I mean, considering he's like a big lineman, I don't know. I mean, I will tell you, he sort of looks like, do you remember when Shawn Michaels became a bad guy and had like the big chest hair? He's kind of got Shawn Michaels chest hair thing going right now.
That's probably one of the nicest things he's ever heard. He's also hella agile. If you ever forget how athletic the big dudes in the NFL are, just watch him going from top to bottom and back up into the box, just springy like a rabbit. He was. It was also high teens, low 20s.
And he's shirtless.
I'm not a mom to human children, but there's something in me that thinks, put something on, sir. You're going to get sick. But I love the way they love each other. These two brothers, like they can do no wrong.
I was annoyed by it. Why
are you annoyed by it?
I was annoyed. Honestly, I preferred Tay to Jason Kelce yesterday. How about that?
Go on.
I thought Tay had two moments. One, when she was just hugging after a touchdown by her man. Like, so it wasn't like a random week 13 touchdown by someone else.
Yeah, it was real.
It was her man scoring in a big game. And so like her actually hugging and going crazy seemed really sincere. And then after the Pacheco touchdown, she was like so psyched for Pacheco and you could see her mouth going like, Pacheco. And I just thought about like, his family must be like, yo, is Taylor Swift screaming our name right now? That's crazy.
I'm going to say something. I'm going to say the Pacheco family doesn't care.
No pop at all for Tay screaming their son's name?
No. I think they love Pacheco enough and they know he's a star and it didn't matter who was saying his name.
Well, by the way, they don't call him Pacheco because they're also Pachecos.
That's true. I don't call my brother Beadle. That would be weird.
It's a great point. You know what you better do? You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay.
Dude, we can't have two of those.
No, I'm really sorry about that. But I did not mind Tate. I did think Kelce was a bit much. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I get it. It's fine. There's just a lot going on, the excitement. But again, Travis Kelce's had a bit of a slow postseason, and he had 2 touchdowns in this game. So you could kind of see maybe the whole family felt like a little pressure was being relieved. Like, the guy we know is back, baby.
No, he had a big boy game. It's a fair point.
That's fine. Okay. Well, look, we're to our final story of the day. So let's see if it's got enough to oust old Jason. The Lions, America's team, defeated the Bucs and won 2 playoff games in a season for the first time since 1957. Do we want to continue talking about JJ or switch to the Lions playoff run?
Come on. All due respect to Jason Kelce, you're not even playing anymore, bruh. You don't even go here. Get him over the top rope. Let's talk about a team that's still playing, bruh.
I love it.
I am so in for this team. First of all, I am so in for a Baltimore-Detroit blue-collar Super Bowl. It would be so much better than seeing the Chiefs for another one against the 49ers, who are always there.
You're right. This is such a clash of fan bases. Good call.
So here's the thing. The Ravens are in that category of like always there, but not nearly as much as the Chiefs or the 49ers.
They're always there, but the knock is that with this group, you just can't get past that point. That's
right.
The knock.
So the last time they were there, the last time the Ravens were there, it was Joe Flacco winning a Super Bowl.
Thank you.
So it is different. And I'm sorry, I'm from the DC area. I grew up rooting for the Orioles, spent a lot of time in Baltimore. I'm no Ravens fan, that's for sure. You can't be a Redskins/Commanders fan and have much love for the Ravens. Nope. But I do have love for the people of Baltimore, and the fact that this dude, I saw a great video going around on the internet. It was like this slow-mo shot of Lamar Jackson making him look all heroic, and it was playing the song Put On by Young Jeezy. Then it said, "This is the only man keeping us from a Taylor Swift Super Bowl." And I thought it was very amusing.
It's a lot of pressure.
I just really do want to see Baltimore, Detroit. And I love this Detroit team's fun. Dan Campbell's fun. Ben Johnson's offense is fun. Jared Goff is back to the Super Bowl with a second team. Who would have ever given him the chance to do that? Eminem, Big Sean, Royce the 5'9". I love it.
You know what I learned this week too? Because if we're doing fan bases with celebrities, this is what I learned this weekend. Both Jeff Daniel and Bob Seger, Lions fans. If we can get Eminem and Bob Seger, boom, I'm in. I'm in. You had me at that.
You had me at Bob Seger.
Yes.
Now you're really, Beadle, now I know you're really appealing to the kids.
Oh, okay. Yes.
That too. What's Bob Seger's biggest song?
Night Moves is pretty good, but he has stuff from like the 70s. It's a little bit before my time. So I caught on later in life. I'm not
Downside though. Lions also have Kid Rock.
Yeah, but he's, as you've noticed, persona non grata.
Yeah, that's right. They're not sitting him next to Eminem.
No, because if he tries to come in alpha, Eminem will take care of that. Eminem is front and center on this bad boy. He's the face of the celebrity fan base.
By the way, Eminem, I don't know if you can tell, not as excited to be shown on camera as the friends and family in the Chiefs box. He's like sitting quietly. You can't even quite see him unless he leans forward because he's on the screen. But anyway, how do you not love this story? I do. I love it. And I really think that if Detroit could somehow get past San Francisco, which is certainly a possibility if Debo doesn't play, I don't hate their chances playing indoors in Vegas for the Super Bowl. I don't hate their chances there.
3-season turnaround, a complete culture redone. It's a great story regardless, but this would be even better if they go to the Super Bowl.
Guess what? That's it. That's 90 seconds, which means we've come to a decision. The new, undisputed, most important thing on planet Earth this week is the Detroit Lions.
Whew.
Yeah.
That was close. That was close.
That was a doozy. Do you think we got it right?
Yeah, because we almost had man boobs as the final story of the week. And I'll be honest with you, 2 weeks in a row, we would have had to quit.
I could not agree with you more. That will do it for us. Tune in next week to determine the only thing you need to care about and what goes over the top. Oh, and watch the Royal Rumble this weekend and see who actually goes over the top.
Duh.